breach of fiduciary can happen in a lot of different ways. And one of them is when the beneficiary discovers that the trustee has breached, that the trustee then commits a punitive retaliation. And punitive retaliation can happen in many different ways, shapes, and forms, I should know. And one of the ways is, for example, so let's say a trust is terminating and now the fiduciary has lost paperwork, has not reported properly, has done things that represent malfeasance, and they know it. And as I said in one of my other videos, it's a breach not to rectify a breach in a timely fashion when you know one has occurred, okay? And so, and instead of rectifying, what happens is the fiduciary, to create a kind of a punitive retaliation to make the beneficiary weak, they stall out in court, they won't file an accounting, they will try to make the beneficiary compel them, costing extra money and time on the way, knowing that this might happen that way, and that the beneficiary might not have the money to withstand a legal process that's lengthy and costly. And so the fiduciary, typically a big bank, will continuously breach, basically, because they know they've breached, and instead of rectifying the situation and correcting it, they make the beneficiary go to court and waste more time and money, and in the process, stall out the beneficiary's life and stall out the beneficiary's dreams. And instead of just letting the beneficiary sail off into the sunset, the fiduciary, because of its malfeasance, tries to commit kind of a punitive retaliation against the beneficiary for having brought it to the attention of the authorities, let's say. And so in this case, when these kinds of things happen, the only thing for the beneficiary to do is to ask for more money when you do go to court and bring it to the judge's attention that, hey, the trustee knew that there was a breach, and instead of rectifying the breach, they made me take him to court, which is not really what's supposed to happen. And so when that does happen, extra money must be paid. So however the trustee's going to breach, however the trustee's going to try and, as long as you're the beneficiary, as long as you as the beneficiary are aware of these subtle details going on, you can flush out these kinds of punitive retaliations and call them out for what they are and hold the trustee accountable for that as a breach as well.